REED-BBS, BBS, Black Bird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies, Televisión, Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. I intentionally waited to speak on this particular one because I'm a positive, optimistic dude by nature. Understanding that, and boxing and combat sports in general is a win-lose proposition, I still try to respectfully yet freely give my honest opinion each video. So, you're gonna like some and dislike others. But that's how your boy REED-BBS, BBS, gets down. Daniel Jacobs versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. As a boxing fan and as a father of 3, this affected me, and not in a good way either. So I watched Chavez Sr. as a child, admired the man. Before I ever saw him fight, I read reports on him in boxing magazines, Ring Magazine, KO. I used to get all of them, subscribe to all of them. And I was amazed by his undefeated record, so I turned to the ratings and see, damn, boy, that Chavez dude, he's still undefeated, man. So fast forward to July 7th, 1985. Julio Cesar Chavez versus Roger Mayweather. Chavez was like 46-0, 30-something KOs. Uncle Roger was a feared puncher back then, especially at 130, and he nicknamed himself the Mexican Assassin. Ding! 2 rounds later, less than 2 rounds later, actually, I was a believer in JC Superstar. My man, his undefeated record got up to like 87-0 before it was ever blemished. Take that, Money May. Ruben Castillo, Rocky Lockridge, Juan Laporte, Edwin Rosario, Bazooka Limon, Jose Luis Ramirez, Meldrick Taylor, Hector Camacho Sr., Greg Haugen. Look, Chavez Sr. left no stones unturned, none. And he became the most highly regarded Mexican fighter of all time. I even drew a picture of this man, like the admiration was real. Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. Literally, I learned bits of Espanol just by watching a lot of Chavez Sr. fights growing up. Like, that's real talk, y'all. That's real talk. So fast forwarding to the Jacobs fight, we got an enthusiastic, extremely supportive Latino crowd chanting the Chavez name loud and proud before the fight. But here's the thing, they were chanting for all Senior had meant to his people and accomplished. Junior was just a lucky, undeserving ass recipient. Junior's whole amateur career consisted of 2 exhibitions against Jorge Paez Jr., which were both televised. So from day one, Chavez Jr.'s boxing career was a business. It was a money grab. 41 pro fights later, all of which were televised, many on pay-per-view undercards or as headliners, Junior finally faced someone with a pulse. It don't even matter who it was, but it took that long into his pro career until he finally did. So last Friday, Junior steps into the ring with baggage, and he stepped out of that motherfucker with a lifetime supply of luggage. He can't overcome this, man. Junior dwarfed Daniel Jacobs. He landed the patented left hooks to the body, but just as Jacobs started to turn the tide a little bit, started turning up the heat in the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th, Junior's punch rate started evaporating, and he started bitching to the ref for all kind of bogus-ass reasons. So after the 5th, he initially complained to his corner about his hand, but then it quickly became his nose. And just like that, the crowd that you had eating out of the palm of your hands, just like that, your own people are now rightfully turning on you, hurling so much damn debris, DAZN announcers were getting hit. And Michael Buffer didn't dare get in the ring to officially announce what had happened either. He wouldn't do it. He wasn't going to risk his life, and I don't fucking blame him. To Chavez Jr., it's like this. Don't climb your ass in a boxing ring ever again. Ever again. Okay? Not even to spar. To those unfamiliar with Chavez Sr., man, take it from me. He does not deserve the name, the legacy he built to be torn down and shat upon like his son repeatedly does. And I'm sure deep down, a small part of Chavez Sr. would love to slap the shit out of his son over this. Subscribe, comment, share, like. REED-BBS, BBS. Black Bird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Televisión! Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.